Okay, so a couple days ago, I made a community post saying that I was working on like a meta video that's kind of about YouTube commentary. This is not that video. That video is made. I hopefully it should have been out already. Maybe you already watched it. If it's not out, it'll be out tomorrow or the day after that at the latest. But something else happened in the meantime. While I was making my YouTube commentary meta video, an even more meta video came out talking about me and other commentary creators. And this is now, we are now in metaception. This is the most meta video ever. So if you haven't seen this video, or if the name Doothy means literally nothing to you, this is not worth your time. Just come back for the next video. But if you have seen this video, commentary is low-key bad, parentheses re-upload, from YouTuber Doothy, I have a few things I need to say. So no bullshit, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. This video is weak. Like really weak. And I'm not just saying that because 20% of the video is criticizing me. That's fine with that. I'm okay with criticism. And also there's a sock puppet version of me.
It's the AI fruits. We're gonna laugh at them and talk about how bad they are. Take that, AI.
Fair enough, Doothy. I like being made into a Muppet. That's actually kind of cute. But this is not good criticism. As a matter of fact, it's really hypocritical. It's bad faith, and it's predicated on some pretty serious misrepresentations of the facts that led up to this all caps re-upload. Let's cover that first, starting from the first 3 seconds of this video.
This video was taken down because I learned that large commentary creators had shared my video in their group chat and apparently got very upset about being criticized. As a small creator, this was obviously very intimidating. These people have a lot more money, connections, and followers than I do. I was asked to change my thumbnail. I was even asked by a featured commentary creator to unlist the video at only 3,000 views. I'm re-uploading this video that I spent 8 months on to implore you, the viewer, to watch this and form your own opinion. Was I too harsh, or are commentary YouTubers scared that people are waking up to slop content?
Okay, so this is a purposeful misrepresentation of the facts, and Doothy knows it. She somewhat clarifies herself in a pinned comment, believes in the fact that she was fundamentally scared into compliance by this apparent group chat of rich and powerful commentators. The reality is that her original video was a collaboration with another YouTube commentary creator, Saji Sharma, who also promoted the video himself on his own YouTube channel and Instagram. Saji, who is a friend of Doothy, is also in a group chat with other commentary creators, some of whom were understandably taken aback by him participating in and promoting a YouTube video thumbnail depicting some of them and or their friends as clown marionettes whose strings, I guess, are being pulled by big commentary. With the words "shut up" above. I'm not in that group chat, by the way. I guess I don't have enough juice, to get into the commentary Illuminati, but that's okay. But it's not an Illuminati. It's a group chat of people who are peers and friends. YouTube is a lonely job, and often creators reach out to other creators in order to make friends and just have people to talk to as their coworkers. I don't think that's a scandal, and despite this being a pretty insane thumbnail, not a single creator featured in this video or the thumbnail itself reached out to Doothy or told her to do anything. It was Saji himself who got cold feet at how harshly the final product was packaged and asked Doothy to take down the video and remove him from it, which she agreed to do. Saji, again, who is Doothy's friend and collaborator. No other creators reached out to her. She was not pressured by anyone else. Besides, again, some creators venting to each other in a private group chat, which, if people venting in a private group chat now is akin to intimidation, that's a very dark road to go down. Saji is the sole reason that this video was re-uploaded with a less harsh thumbnail and his interview removed. And I've corroborated all of this through conversations with multiple people who had knowledge of this group chat, as well as through Saji's public social media posts and also comments on this YouTube video asking why Saji's part was removed. On a human level, I think seeing yourself depicted as a clown and being told to shut up in a thumbnail is kind of hurtful, and it's understandable that some creators would complain about that amongst their friends. But you, Doothy, are making it sound like you were attacked and silenced by these creators. And if that's the case, you need to come forward and name names. If my version of events is incorrect, which it's not, you need to come out and clear the air. Because currently the entire comment section of your video is understandable, rampant speculation about who was in this group chat that was trying to silence you. And you have done nothing to dissuade people of that notion. As of this recording, you've gained tens of thousands of subscribers off of these very serious allegations, while basically every big commentator not including myself in that, is now the subject of an inquisition that you've set loose on them. I have people in my community posts telling me to drop the group chat name. I've lost hundreds of subscribers. I'm sure the people who are actually in this thumbnail and who have much larger fan bases are dealing with an even more unhinged reaction. Doothy, your now sizable fan base is all asking you to name names, and I agree. And with that out of the way, I will actually give your critiques themselves the time of day. Because in addition to you straight up mistruthing for clicks, the idea that anyone would want to silence you for this video in which you say basically nothing is absurd.
The TikTokification of the bizarre deep divification rabbit hole retrospective.
God, I really am cute as a Muppet though.
I'm sure we've all come across some video that promises to be some grand intellectual piece about the ification of an industrial complex perhaps, but it ends up just being more reaction meme surface skimming lighthearted commentary instead of actual substance. I want to highlight a video that I think is a good example of this, and it's a classic overconsumption bad video essay.
It's called the viral Kendall Jenner tank top, the Kendall Jenner viral tank top. It's just a white Hanes tank top. This white tank top, that's the trend of the summer, according to TikTok. And you needed Kylie Jenner to put you onto Hanes.
Okay, hey, that's me. I made it, Mom. I made it. Someone's calling me a slop tuber on the internet. And here's the first problem, Doothy. You said you came across a video like mine that promised to be an ification of the overconsumptionification of the TikTokification video essay, but then turned out to be surface level commentary. Well, let me put up my title and thumbnail for that video, and I'll let you all decide if I was signaling with that this was a substantive, serious video essay that Doothy was about to watch. As a matter of fact, let me play the first 10 seconds of this video, and you tell me if a reasonable person would assume that they were just sitting down for an intellectual masterclass. What's up, folks? Come on, man.
And the reason I chose this video is not to drag this creator specifically,
Well, it kind of feels like I'm being dragged specifically.
but it's because he said something really interesting twice throughout the video. Breaking the fourth wall, he says,
And since I still have to burn at least 5 more minutes in this video, let's go deeper. Okay, let's trace the origins of this contagion for no other reason than I need to stretch this video out for watch time.
I'm sorry. Is it illegal to be hilarious now?
now this creator is what I like to call the surface skimmer. Rather than actually going deeper or down a rabbit hole, they skim along the surface of the issue.
Well, here's the issue. There is nothing for me to go deeper on with Kylie Jenner's tank top. Could I do it? Could I do it? Yes, I could have done it. But Doothy comes from a world, which she'll talk about later in this video, where it's always that deep. There's always something more to say. And I would argue, as I do in my other video for this week, that can be disrespectful to viewers in its own way. I made a 15-minute long video about a dumb TikTok trend that, as you play back, I myself repeat throughout the video I think is silly and dumb. I would respect you telling me that if I don't think it's important, then I shouldn't make the video, which I would also disagree with. I think entertainment and having fun can be, it's a means to an end of itself. But instead, you argue that I should have stretched the video even longer by turning it into a TikTokification of the tank topification video essay, which is also slop, Doothy, and, you yourself make fun of it in this video. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do there.
It doesn't just happen with lighthearted content like tank top overconsumption, but I've seen it happen with even deeper, more political content, like people discussing the Sydney Sweeney eugenics genes campaign.
Oh, sorry, hold on. This doesn't just happen with lighthearted topics, but also with serious political topics, such as the Sydney Sweeney genes campaign. Right.
Inability to cover topics, whether it be Kendall Jenner's tank top or political dog whistles, with the depth and nuance they warrant, is not only a hallmark of surface skimming commentary content, but indicative of the lost art of rhetoric.
Again, this is fascinating. I am apparently a prime example of the lost art of rhetoric because I made a silly video. I am incapable of making an argument like Doothy is, apparently. Which also feels unfair to me because 3 weeks ago, I made a 40-minute long video about a shitty AI-powered restaurant that was as well-researched, I think, as can be. This week, I did what I think is a fairly well-researched video about literacy with meta-commentary on commentary YouTube. But because literally every single video I do is not a ball of pretentious rage, I have lost the art of rhetoric, which she spends a minute of this video literally defining the word rhetoric off of Webster's, which again, for someone concerned about nothing burger commentary videos, so much of this video is a lot of bullshitting around for airtime.
In other words, rhetoric is our ability to take these silly TikToks of Kendall Jenner, our complex thoughts and emotions on the subject, societal trends, and synthesize all of that into a comprehensive, persuasive piece that says something of substance. Like writing a quality essay in school, it's a real writing skill, and a rhetorical piece takes time to write.
Okay, again, you watched one video of mine and apparently I'm a dog shit writer. We can go band for band on DBQs if you want, Doothy. I mean, like, you want my AP English score next? I think it's very telling how this entire video focuses on, like, comedic commentary creators and TikTok drama creators, too. Like, thinking back to who's on that original thumbnail, you're zeroing in on people who are known to be the least serious of the commentary space, which is why the internet is so great. You can go to different people for different things. You can find a really deep political video essay, all right, and at the same time, you know, have someone who's just making fun of whatever's going on TikTok. And sometimes the same person can even make different things. Like, there's Drew Gooden talking about a dog shit movie, all right, and then he's talking about the billionaire class. It's called having range.
When Kendall Jenner makes a $2 tank top sell out by simply wearing it, we can feel something weird about that situation. We understand that people are over-consuming. We understand people are being easily influenced. These surface-level observations are obvious to most of us, but beyond that superficial feeling of something being weird, we've lost the ability to go deeper and interrogate why, what something like this entails, what this relates to. Not to be Jaden Smith on Maine, but oh my god, can we talk about the political economic state of the world right now?
Yeah, I mean, you are Jaden Smith on Maine, though, dude. I mean, it's not a joke. This is what you're doing, and that's fine. But then why not then just make the video that you want to make? If you think there's a deeper level of analysis that I'm missing on the tank tops, you know, talk about it. You're a commentary YouTuber too. You can make that video.
When a commentary YouTuber says, let's go deeper, he plays another surface level TikTok about tank tops. That isn't going deeper, it's going wider, skimming along the surface and bringing in something less related to the video's main topic.
Again, she's just criticizing me for not making the video that she wants to watch. And I didn't miss anything. I just made the video that I wanted, and apparently one that 250,000 people found entertaining. At a certain point when everything is that deep, nothing is that deep. That's how I see it. Like, if Drew Gooden were to crash out about a Christmas movie saying it's ruining civilization at the same level as, like, Jeff Bezos, I would have no respect for him. Being able to grade and treat different situations with different levels of seriousness depending on the topic is fine. This is just such an odd take to me.
And there's no correct take he could have had about the tank top situation. There are so many angles within this topic. The gentrification of a white tank top, the origins of celebrity worship, whose body determines what's trendy.
Again, that's just the video I wanted to make. You know, I think the video that you wanted me to make would have been a waste of people's time. And also, again, I mentioned this in my other video for the week, I think it's disingenuous when people take 7 TikToks and try to apply those 7 TikToks to the state of the world. Sometimes what's happening on TikTok is reflective of the state of the world. Sometimes it is a microcosm and we can take lessons from it. But sometimes, dude, you know, it's a wide ocean on TikTok, and sometimes there's really is just a few people doing some stupid shit, you know, that nobody else is doing. Especially on a video about TikTok influencers engaging in a trend. They are not reflective at all of wider society. And the fact that you want me to connect 5 morons freaking out about Hanes tank tops to like some wider thing is weird. Like if there was the ability to do that, I would have done it, but I didn't see it. And by the way, I brought up the gentrification and the body checking question in that video, so you just didn't watch the video, Doothy. But is there something slightly yikesy, slightly suggestive about part of the trend literally being that you're fitting into a piece of clothing meant for an 8-year-old boy? But I guess it's still just surface skimming because I don't, you know, pad the video for 45 minutes.
And he starts making a good point towards the end of the video on whether or not this is a recession indicator, but then cuts himself off to go, I don't know, but it must be a stupid indicator.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would say. Yeah, I would say that. So she goes on to repeat herself a couple times, even though apparently that's what all the evil, shitty commentary slop tubers are doing, saying that me, as in me, have lost all rhetorical skill, which I guess was at its peak in 2016 when people were doing like Jake Paul takedown videos. I don't know, okay. And then she brings up low-hanging fruit topics and that Jarvis Johnson is a capitalist whore for making a Fruit AI Love Island video without turning it into a pseudo-intellectual circle jerk about how bad AI is. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but also not really. Again, look, everybody does their own thing. I got a bunch of requests to do Fruit AI Love Island. I didn't do it, not because of some moral high ground, but just because I would literally gouge my eyes out having to watch that. But that's me. Somebody else has to do. Somebody else is gonna do it. This entire video is just that like all comedy commentary videos should be serious video essays instead. And it's like those videos exist. It's YouTube. You can pick what you want to watch. She also criticizes bad movie commentary videos as being low-hanging fruit, which I'm just pointing this out because I'll bring it up again later. She then brings up bad faith commentary, which, you know, ironic.
A bad faith argument is defined as someone purposefully missing the point in order to make someone or something look bad.
Right, sort of like making a video about how an unnamed commentary mafia is out to get you because of your incredible takes in this video, which definitely haven't already been said by like 15 other people. You know, that would be an example of a bad faith argument.
This style of commentary is what I call not for you or bad faith commentary, where the commentator will react to something clearly not made for them.
Right, or like, reacting to a TikTok trend video about a tank top and then getting mad that it's not a think piece about the origins of celebrity worship. Kind of like that.
There's a difference between making criticism and being a snarky contrarian purposefully missing the point.
Yo, I mean, dear God, the call is coming from inside the house. She then goes into her third critique of commentary, which is irony poisoning. And, you know, guess which ironic, sarcastic asshole, you know, gets brought up as an example here too. In addition to Pinely making a side channel, which I guess is also not allowed according to the scripture of Duthie.
Some creators claim to be self-aware that they're producing slop content. The Kendall Jenner tank top guy, for example, has an outro that says, "Lower your standards and subscribe."
Hey, it's not just an outro, by the way. It's also on the banner for this channel. Like, this is who I am as a person. I don't know why you want me to be dishonest. Any one of my friends in real life would tell you I'm a sarcastic, self-deprecating asshole who appears to be on the verge of a crash out at all times. I think that's probably why people like my channel, frankly. But Duthie accuses me and anyone else who does this of basically, you know, playing up the irony so that way we are not have any kind of accountability whatsoever. And like, no, dude, this is just who I am. I'm sorry. And also, I feel like I have the ability to get serious when I want to be serious on this channel. Like, I do it all the time. But Duthie, you know, the world is horrific. The world is horrible. It's gray all the way through. Terrible things happen all around the world every day. Terrible things happen in my personal life. Terrible things probably happen in whoever's watching this is life. It's okay to not take yourself so fucking seriously, which I don't.
Commentary naturally forces you to talk about serious things with this superficial, lighthearted tone. I think the genre also suffers from the opposite problem, where people talk about something completely inconsequential like it's the most important thing in the world.
This video is actually 30 minutes of nothing. Like, I'm sorry. The problem with commentary is that it's too unserious, unless it's being too serious. Again, this is the person here to critique my rhetorical skill. And 17 minutes into this video, the thesis is commentary is too unserious unless it's not. Like I said, this is great timing that I just put out that meta video on Gen Alpha Can't Read TikTok videos because I addressed this myself. I agree with the problem she identifies. It's just that my solution is that not every commentary video needs to make a point if there's no point to be made. Like, if you want to make a video about kids not being able to read, you kind of got to treat that with respect. But if you just want to make a video making fun of iPad kids, that's fine, but don't try and make it that you care about children's literacy and are into this whole thing when really you just want to make fun of iPad kids. And that's okay. I think it's weird to make fun of kids, but you know, that's okay. You know what I mean? And I think my position on this is correct. I like what I think. I like what I think a lot. Seriously though, Duthie, I don't know what you're saying. You've said nothing, which is why I think this video is getting so much traction, because truly you can see whatever you want to see in it. Besides the speculation on this group chat, every single comment on this video is like, thank God my favorite creator X isn't like this. And then the next comment is someone else being like, X is so like this, like, fuck that guy. This criticism is so vague and meaningless. It applies to both everybody and nobody. So it's literally just a release valve for people to complain about creators that they already didn't like. She then spends 5 minutes talking about repetitive content, which completely contradicts the first half of the video.
But after this event, there were so many identical commentary videos recapping the situation in the exact same order, dissecting the same images. Every video ended with, "But the rabbit hole goes deeper, he used AI." And it's like, maybe not everything needs to be a rabbit's hole.
Right, so just throw out what she's been saying up till now. Apparently she doesn't want you to go deeper. Unless it's on Kylie Jenner's tank top, then you do have to go deeper. It's really a gut call, honestly. If there's any commentary YouTubers watching this, you have to give Doothy a call. From now on, before you hit upload, you have to give Doothy a ring so she can make the boss call on whether or not your video is too deep or not deep enough. Just serving up our video to Doothy, like, oh, does this please you, wise one? Hey, Drew Gooden? Hey, Eddie Burback? Before you upload from now on, make sure make sure Doothy gets eyes on it, before you press that upload button. I'm sorry, shit. I'm trying to be serious today. I'm serious, Mark. The irony is done. But genuinely then, what is the solution here? She goes on to criticize, all TikTok drama type videos, which I agree with some level of criticism there. In one of my first videos on this channel, I went to bat for the TikTok bakers who I felt were being unfairly criticized and maligned by some YouTubers in the TikTok dramatary industrial complex. But also the idea that if one YouTuber covers something, then you shouldn't is also bizarre. A thermonuclear bomb of Coachella videos just hit the YouTube Discover page, all right? And I proudly uploaded one. And you can say that's slop, you can say that's bullshit, but I did my research, I had my takes, I presented the information in my way with my perspective, which was frankly, my perspective is a lot more fair than other people's. And it's okay. Like, this is algorithms, this is how it works. It's a game that everyone has to play. That's why I say in my other video too, some videos I make for me, some videos I make for the algorithm. It's a balance. Everyone is doing their best out here. And the other thing too that I see so much is taking these YouTubers who have 10 million subscribers and who have been doing this for 10 years as like an example of what a great, commentary YouTuber is. And I respect that, but frankly, Drew Gooden can make a video about whatever he wants because he's Drew Gooden. His face in the thumbnail is what gets people to click. Versus people who are on the come up, like you and me, Doothy, have to appeal to people's interests. It's the same reason, Doothy, that you use people's faces who are much more popular than you to drive clicks on this video. With the same strategy in mind, I'm talking about Coachella because I know people want to hear about Coachella. And you know what? Next week, I'll make a video about some shit that nobody is talking about. Everyone is doing their best. Am I skeptical of people who just trend hop or like just cover TikTok drama? Sure, but again, not every piece of content is for me. Here, let me play this.
It's content commodified. They're goods that we as customers are consuming that feel identical to one another. In points, style, packaging, arguments, the viewer gets the same value from each of these uploads. They're easily interchanged.
Yeah, no. The vast majority of people on YouTube are not watching, for instance, again, every single Coachella video. They're going to their favorites, the people who they already like, and watching their perspective on it. So in that way, YouTube videos are not commodities. One does not replace the other. And the fact that there is so much variety in the commentary space is proof of that. You can watch my video on Coachella, you can watch Italian Box, you can watch this random guy, no disrespect, who makes rock music videos. He made a video on Coachella, and it got like 1 million views. And those are going to be 3 very different videos. Sure, is there some overlap in viewership and the topic? Yeah, but also everyone has their own voice and style. If Jimmy Kimmel were to stop hosting his show, it's not like all of his viewers would go over to Jimmy Fallon necessarily, even though they both do the same show. And in terms of things being packaged the same, like thumbnails being similar to one another, like she takes a jab about the yellow text and thumbnails, which again, ironic given her thumbnail. It's called the standards of the medium, dude. On the comedic side of commentary at least, I'm also trying to move away from that as I get bigger. But again, when you're just starting out or trying to grow, you want to signal to people quickly that you are doing a similar thing to the creator that they already know. And truly, in terms of art, quote unquote, commentary YouTube is as freewheeling as a medium that you can get. Truly, what is a commentary video besides a video of somebody talking to a camera about something? There is art commentary, book commentary, gaming commentary, social commentary. You can do commentary where you're out exploring and doing things. You can do this kind of video where I'm just sitting, talking. I agree that topic selection as it's presented to you on the YouTube homepage can feel samey because of algorithmic incentives, which again, I talk about in my video. But Duthie doesn't talk about that here at all. And the idea that every single commentary video is the exact same now at this point, that they're all interchangeable, like, you just have to go find better creators than dude. If you watch a Chad video and then watch my video and think that those two are interchangeable, like, you're just not watching very closely at that point. Because God bless her, I could never spend that much time editing. But okay, let's wrap this up.
But you do have the right to think and the right to ask, do I have any problems with this? That's a right I'll continue to exercise, even if it ruffles the feathers of some commentary big shots. Because the reality is, their ad revenue, HelloFresh checks, and reaction income is at stake the more thoughtful you are with your content consumption.
Yeah, I agree. Don't watch videos you don't like. But also, she brings up one last time, how she ruffled the feathers of some commentary big shots. Which again, Duthie, we'd all like to see the receipts on that. Because genuinely nobody cared about this contradictory milquetoast critique until you re-uploaded it claiming that you were under attack. So clear that air. And when I say that there are criticisms out here that have been made of commentary that are way better, I mean it. Two of the best I can think of are David Atchew's video about video essays and Gabby Bell's The Death of Commentary, which give really fair and really interesting and good looks at the pressures and pitfalls of trying to make this kind of content. The idea that commentary YouTubers as a whole are like not open to criticism is insane. I remember someone made a video on here cooking Curtis Connor's stand-up, and he took it like a champ. Maybe no one will believe it, but genuinely, in terms of corners of the internet, I feel like commentary YouTube is one of the more open parts. I left a comment which I felt was very fair and balanced on Duthie's video, and she didn't respond to that, which she doesn't have to. I'm not owed a response. But given how disingenuously you've presented yourself, I feel like I kind of had to defend myself from essentially being made out that I don't know how to write or make arguments. Part of media literacy and literacy in general is understanding when a piece of media is for you or not for you. One of the quote-unquote good YouTubers that Duthie brings up is Gabby Bell herself, which I agree with. She's a great YouTuber. But Gabby makes a ton of the like LOL movie bad videos that Duthie claims is like killing the genre. And I disagree. I think a lot of those videos are hilarious. But here's an example. Gabby made back-to-back videos about the Fast and the Furious series. I love the Fast and the Furious. I'm wearing the Fast and the Furious merch right now. I've worn it before on this channel. I have a bunch of Fast and Furious merch. I love the movies. So of course I clicked when Gabby uploaded those videos, but I pretty soon just figured out they weren't for me. Gabby was coming from like I'm not gonna even pay attention to these movies that are so dog shit. And that's fine. Her intended audience was not Fast and Furious mega fans who could explain every plot hole off the top of his head. I was understanding that that's not the video for me, because I've watched Tokyo Drift 27 times, okay? And Gabby would probably find that concerning, which is probably valid too. But if I was you, Duthie, I would hop in the studio and make a 30-minute think piece about how Gabby is making a bad faith video about the Fast and the Furious, when I think we can all agree Gabby Bell is not a slop tuber. Instead of geeking out, I just moved on with my day and came back when Gabby uploaded a banger video about AI and music, which was really well researched and really interesting. And when she makes fun of another show or movie that I don't care about, then I'll find that funny too. It's fine. It's okay to have fun sometimes. And this brings me to a third meta video on commentary, again, besides my own, which everybody should go watch. And it's a D'Angelo Wallace video titled Commentary Viewers Have Gotten Really Dumb. And frankly, this video should be required watching for everybody who likes commentary, because Duthie does in this video the exact thing that D'Angelo describes, which is viewers who are hypercritical, vindictive, and need literally every piece of information to be spoon-fed to them. I swear I am genuinely open to criticism, and I have heard this kind of criticism before about people wanting more out of my videos, and I feel like I'm trying to take it to heart, which is probably like why the one video of mine that she watches is from a year ago. That was, again, probably the shortest video I've ever made. It was like 15 minutes. But some of this is on viewers too. Like somebody commented on the Duthie video that the video that I made about Wonder the restaurant, which again was like 40 minutes long, said nothing of substance. And genuinely, if you think that, you're a moron. Like you're incapable of interacting with media. I think that might have been the most original and thorough video I could have possibly come up with. I genuinely, I don't know what more I could have said in that video. So I know you're probably excited, Duthie, to have these 20,000 plus new subscribers, but I would caution you against the audience you've attracted, because these are 20,000 people who agree with the take that Jarvis Johnson was wrong for not talking about AI data centers for 45 minutes. at the top of a video about Fruit Love Island. This is 20,000 people who agree with you that taking a HelloFresh sponsorship is the equivalent of selling your soul. If you ever get seen laughing at an AI slop reel, Doothy, these people will guillotine you. You've set an unbelievably high standard for yourself and for your content, and I hope you can live up to it. In the meantime, you set out to address sloptubers and created possibly the sloppiest video of all, complete with the same clickbait thumbnails with trending people and yellow text that you malign. And while ignoring me, the comments that you have engaged with, I think, more accurately show how bad faith this kind of criticism was meant to be. This wasn't about a critique or wanting the genre to improve. This was about using big names to take a shortcut to growth by positioning yourself as one of the good ones who has the correct political and moral takes on everything and is just so much more deep and intellectual than everybody else on this platform. In a way, Doothy, this is the ultimate commentary video. A commentary video complaining about commentary videos, saying they all say the same shit and go after low-hanging fruit, and then your video itself just goes after one specific type of commentary video that's easy to make fun of in a low-hanging fruit fashion while saying the exact same shit that other people have said, but worse. Nobody understands rhetoric or how to make an argument anymore, and the video itself is one that says nothing and has zero structure. It's bad commentary inception. And now if you ever slip up, you have recruited an audience that doesn't believe in nuance, the concept of entertainment, fairness, or even the principle that sometimes things are not that serious. And I would argue that your blatant mistruths and allegations about other creators is already a huge slip up, and a serious one. I'm okay with having lost hundreds or even 1,000+ subscribers over this drama. If they were that easily swayed in their opinion of me by this video, then they probably weren't going to stick around for the long haul. But your video is causing widespread suspicion about who tried to silence you. And since you're so passionate about accountability in YouTube commentary, I think it's time you take some accountability yourself. But that's all I got. I'm just a surface skimmer after all. So I'll get back to skimming, and I'm not changing my subscribe card.